In the heart of Mexico, there is a transportation company that is adopting new technologies and practices to minimize their business's ecological impact and provide funding and support for local farmers who are cultivating an ancient and sustainable crop. That company is ADO.
Mi nombre es Andrés Pérez Peña Campos y soy coordinador corporativo de programas de Fundación ADO. El Grupo ADO es una empresa de más de 80 años de existir. Son 26,000 empleados, somos 6,000 autobuses. La zona de influencia es el sureste de la República Mexicana y además tiene negocios de autobuses en España y en Guatemala.
ADO is one of many large businesses and brands who have made a commitment to going green, believing it is their responsibility to play a role in tackling climate change in their own communities.
En la operación del negocio no solamente con biodiesel en los autobuses, también se incorpora tecnología para reducir las emisiones de dióxido de carbono.
All of ADO's Turbuses in Mexico City have a biodiesel engine that greatly reduces the emissions of pollutants. Another way ADO is going green is through its tire recycling program.
La revisamos y si vemos que sí es posible hacer su reutilización, nosotros mandamos una llanta. En esa situación, a nosotros nos regresan una llanta de esta manera.
ADO is also making the move to go paperless.
Aproximadamente en 2 meses, pedir refacciones y demás va a ser ya vía electrónica.
In addition to these internal green initiatives, the ADO Foundation is a key supporter of programs with an emphasis on economic and environmental development. One program ADO supports is the Mexican Cacao Foundation.
Por ejemplo, el proyecto de cacao. Este es un proyecto muy noble porque estos árboles permiten que no se erosione la tierra, son muy amigables con otras plantaciones, entonces pueden tener flores, pueden tener árboles, ayudan a la absorción de dióxido de carbono, a la emisión de oxígeno.
An 8-hour drive from ADO's headquarters in Mexico City will bring you to some of the plantations they are helping to restore.
We're located right now in Tabasco, which is the south part of Mexico. And here right next to it we have Chiapas as well, which is the region of the Mayans. They were the first ones who started consuming cocoa. There are many varieties of Creole cocoa that belong to the Mayans and that we want for future generations. There are many companies that are interested in recuperating the cocoa production. Companies like Hershey, Mars. Also, we're going to start a project in 2015 with the World Economic Forum to recoup cocoa plantations.
The foundation educates farmers on a demonstration plot on their own land. They are then able to scale up this knowledge, applying it to their entire plantation. Farmers like Matilda Morales Garcia are instructed on many sustainable farming techniques.
We do studies of the soil and we check what nutrients it lacks to provide them in a natural way. There is a pesticide that doesn't use any chemicals and doesn't damage the environment, and you can use a mixture of chili and garlic that you spread with water on the plantation. We want the farmers to be self-sustainable and to transfer the know-how and knowledge to them, bringing agricultural engineers and also technicians that are experts in the field of cocoa that can train them in best agricultural practices, and once they have the know-how, then they replicate it on the rest of their plantations. So right now with the training that the Engineerings and the Mexican Cocoa Foundation and ADO is providing to them, they're recuperating the production, so they're taking care of their trees because they can make a living out of them, but also they can protect the environment at the same time that they have a good quality of life.
The farmers face many challenges in returning their plantations to optimal condition. The age of the trees, poor maintenance practices, encroaching non-native crops, and the destructive Monilla fungus are just a few of the obstacles. Ferencio Sainia is the owner of this plantation.
What he's telling us is that in this plantation, you can see more shadow in here. And that's the reason why you find so much Monilla, because it dries because of the fungus. They cannot sell something like this and it's wasted. On the other side, they are not finding Monilia like this because the sun is coming in, so the fungus doesn't have the environment to grow so much in the other area.
Ferencio is losing 70% of the cacao fruit in this area due to the Monilia fungus. By clearing the forest floor, the farmers not only battle the fungus, but create a new income stream from selling the highly fertile compost created from the leaves.
The plantation is very old. One of the reasons why the production is decreasing is because of the age of the trees. This plantation is 35 to 40 years old. So it belonged to his father, then he inherited the land. That's why we need to renew some of the trees.
Reforestation is another area the foundation is helping farmers by providing them young trees to revitalize the plantations.
We're here at the nursery garden. Here are the young cocoa trees that will stay here for 6 months, and then we will take into the plantations of the farmers to reforest.
Revitalizing and protecting the plantations is only one part of the Foundation's action plan. Another is giving the farmers the tools they need to process and sell the cacao themselves, which will have a ripple effect on the economy in their community.
And we want to teach them the process so they can become entrepreneurs and sell their own chocolate in a long term and be self-sustainable in every way. So all of this process is natural because the sun is doing the process without anything artificial, without using extra energy. It's just with the use of the energy of the sun that's heating and drying the cocoa to have it ready to take it to the plant or to the factory.
With ADO's funding and the Mexican Cacao Foundation's expertise and assistance, cacao farmers are receiving the knowledge, the tools, and the support they need to revitalize, reforest, and increase the production of their plantations. The program is succeeding in creating a healthier environment, economy, and community.
I'm asking her, like, what would she like to have in the future, you know, like what does she expect from the project? And she's telling me, like, I just hope to follow up doing this and continue the work that you have taught me. What I see for this project in the future is having much more plantations of cocoa, the ones that were deforested and turning into sugarcane, coming back to plant cocoa. I also see myself helping, sharing my knowledge with all of these farmers so they can become themselves entrepreneurs, but sustainable entrepreneurs. And how can we transmit this information to them so they take care of their own environment and their rivers and their trees and just protect what is ours, because we're really connected to nature. And as long as nature is fine, we will be fine.
When the strength of big business joins forces with the hard work of local farmers and programs meant to increase environmental consciousness, there is hope. Hope for a sustainable future with a healthy environment and better quality of life for everyone.